Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Totalbiscuit. It is time for the King of the Web Battle Royale, and it is time for me to explain what we're going to be doing. Those of you who wish to participate in this, and hopefully that will be quite a lot of you, the King of the Web contest has been running for about a year now, and we have won one of them before. We won $7,500. We raised $15,000 in total for charity water. You don't have to give your prize to charity, but we decided it would be the best way to do things. And what I promised months ago, when I won that and heard about the Battle Royale, is that I would run in the Battle Royale and give all of the money raised to charity water. And I intend to do just that. So there's $50,000 on the line potentially. It's $35,000 grand prize and $15,000 in daily prizes. Now, the way that they've changed the election around is rather annoying to say the least, but we're going to have to play it the way that they've asked us to. There's no other way around it. So instead of just getting the most votes, like any other election, you have to win the most daily election. So every 24 hours there's a new election. Whoever wins that election gets a daily win. The one that gets the most daily wins in total will win the entire contest. That means in order to secure our victory, we need to win 8 times. We don't necessarily have to win 8 times, we just need the most dailies, but in order to guarantee it, it's gotta be 8. Let's say some other guy gets 3, another guy gets 2, blah blah blah, but we end up with 5, which is more than anyone else, then we'd win it anyway. But of course, every daily win we get is another $1,000 for charity water, so you can hardly complain about that one. For the last 10 months, we've been building up bonus votes as a rather large group. We have hundreds of votes each that we can actually spend. I personally have about 500 myself. I know people that have over 700 bonus votes that have been saving for ages. So that means we have a really good edge going into this contest if we use it correctly. If you haven't been involved in King of the Web before, do not fret, you can still vote, and it will be awesome if you did. Okay, so here's how we're going to play this. We are not going to run every day. In fact, I'm not even going to campaign on certain days. Why? Because we need to be able to focus our energies on winning specific days and getting enough wins to win the overall contest, not trying to run every single day. The competition is tough. There's no question about that. You've got people like PewDiePie, you've got people like White Boy, Woody's Gamer Tag, The Creatures. Yeah, things are not going to be easy, but the advantage we have is that we've been playing it tactically and we've been raising a ton of votes, and we also have a lot of high-profile supporters like Husky and Dodger who are willing to back us in this election. So in reality, it's not just me, it is most of the game station backing this campaign effort. So that is a force to be reckoned with as far as I'm concerned. So here's what we're doing. If you happen to have saved up any bonus votes, here are your instructions. I would suggest that you follow them for the best possible result. First things first, if you happen to have a Kingmaker Pass saved up, which hopefully you have, spend it once the Battle Royale begins on Rapid Voter. What Rapid Voter does is it gives you all of your 14 days worth of votes in one. This means you immediately get 140 votes. You can also get an additional 20 votes. Every time you use 10, you get a pip on your bonus votes bar just as you would in a normal election. So in reality, you get 160 votes, plus any bonus votes you've saved up prior to that. If you don't have a Kingmaker Pass saved up, then all is not lost. It is possible to purchase one for $2 from the site. If you've participated in the site for a while, though, you should have one or maybe even more than that for free. Okay, so you've got your 140 votes. Votes don't roll over from day to day, which is why getting all these votes up front is important. Otherwise, there's a bunch of votes that will just disappear into the nether. Okay, now take those 140 votes and add them to the number of bonus votes you've got. Now divide that total by 8. That is the number of votes you will be casting on each of the days that we are campaigning. So you're taking your whole vote pool in one go, splitting it down into 8 chunks, and then voting with that number only on the specific days that we campaign in. Dumping all your votes at the start will not help. It is not about total votes in this election, which is annoying as hell, but we have to deal with the rule set that's been given to us. So please do not dump all your votes on the first day. That is not a good thing to do at all. Okay, so which days are we campaigning on? The schedule is as follows. The 16th, which is the first day of the Battle Royale Tier 1. The 18th, the 20th, the 22nd, the 24th, the 26th, the 28th, and the 29th. Now, why are we doing those dates? Well, it means that rather than front-loading, we're campaigning across the course of the entire election, which gives us a chance to change our strategy around if necessary, as well as build up the necessary awareness and support for our campaign. It also leaves us with a couple of days at the end of the election if for some reason we have not managed to get those 8 daily wins yet. Perhaps we've been beaten on one of the days we've been campaigning in, then that still means at least we've got a couple more days where we can actually give it a shot and try and get where we need to be. To prevent accidental voting, I will be turning my campaigning off on the days where we are not competing. This means it will essentially be impossible to vote for me on the days in which we are not actually playing the game. It's really as simple as that. There's no more strategy to it. It is, at the end of the day, a popularity contest with some weird rules, so we've just got to play within the rules and hopefully have enough folks to get our votes where we need to be. I think we've got a good shot. With the amount of work we've been doing over the last 10 months to build those bonus votes up and actually get high-profile supporters willing to endorse us for this, we've got a great shot at taking down the best and the biggest that YouTube has to offer. As always, ladies and gentlemen, the easy way to vote is to go to tinyurl.com/vote-totalbiscuit. That is tinyurl.com/vote-totalbiscuit, or download the iOS app, which actually reminds you on a daily basis to vote. That's pretty handy. So just to make sure you understand, a recap. Use a rapid voter pass at the start of the Battle Royale election. That will give you 140 votes to begin with. Add it to your bonus vote pool, and then divide by 8. Vote that many times for each of the 8 days. The dates we'll campaign on are the 16th, 18th, 20th, 22nd, 24th, 26th, 28th, and 29th of August. Keep an eye out on my Twitter and on my YouTube channel because we may have to change strategy later on in the election. So this is not set in stone. Thank you very much for your support as always, and I'll see you next time.